Hi, it's Liv with Pro Equine Grooms, showing you today how to take your horse's basic vital signs: temperature, pulse, respiration. The first thing I do every day when I come to the barn is I take these vital signs because that tells me if something is abnormal. I start with his temperature, and I like to use a digital thermometer. You can use a shakedown if you prefer. I also use a water-based lubricant just to make things a little bit more comfortable. And I will show you a nice technique for introducing this to your horse. And then you can just... So always stand off to the side, mostly out of the kick zone. And if your horse isn't used to being touched under the tail, this is something that you're going to have to start doing every single day to desensitize them. And you can just ever so gently push their tail out of the way. Insert. Most horses will go ahead and lift their tail for you. Turn on your thermometer and wait for the reading. This one will beep at you, but if you have a shakedown thermometer, you're going to want to hold it in for several minutes and then read it. There's two different ways to take a horse's pulse. One is with a stethoscope, which you will place really close to his underarm here on the left side of his body and hear his heartbeat. You can also use your fingers on the inside of his jawbone. There is what feels like kind of almost like a piece of string. And on Miguel, it's right about here on his jawbone, and if you just lay your fingers down nice and flat, you can find his pulse. And you want to measure for probably about 30 seconds. Use the timer on your phone. Multiply by 2, and that will give you his beats per minute. Beats per minute. Super easy to determine how many respirations he's making. Just watch this flank area inflate and deflate. This is also a great way to start to notice your horse's breathing rate during and after exercise. If any of these values, like the pulse and the respiratory rate especially, if those are elevated, that's a sign that your horse is in pain. Even though he might not be acting like he is, it's definitely something to keep in mind.